I know it does.
There, it started.
Yeah, I know.
Hello and welcome. I'm Nathan Lawrence, and today I'll be showing you guys how to use a chainsaw. So, for starters, you're going to want to get the right PPE or personal protective equipment. So you're going to want to start off with a pair of protective glasses. You're going to want to get yourself a helmet with some ear protection, or just some ear protection, but I prefer the helmet. So you got your ear protection attached. You got a shield so that nothing hits you in the face. Make sure you want to wear a helmet if you're working with limbs up high so that they don't fall on your head and hurt you. Next, you're going to want to have some long pants, preferably jeans. You're going to want to have some boots on, protect your feet from falling logs and stuff. And I like to have some chaps on. Okay, so once you've got your chaps on, you got your ear protection, eye protection. You're also going to want to have a nice pair of gloves. And if you want to be prepared, you're going to need to have this handy dandy tool that's a chainsaw wrench for tightening and changing out blades. So I like to keep that in my pocket right here. So, the reason you gotta wear chaps is because if you're sawing, say you're sawing and you get saw kickback, these chaps are made so that the fiber inside of them will jam the blade and it'll stop the blade before it gets to your skin. That's why you want to wear the chaps. So now we'll go over how to prepare your saw. Okay. So now we're going to prepare our chainsaw. So we're going to need two things. We're going to need some gas oil mixture. You can go to the hardware store and pick up little containers of oil, and then on the bottles it has directions on how much gas to mix it with. So that's going to go right here. See on there it says it's got a gas pump with a droplet. That means gas oil mix. We'll open that up. Make sure she's all full. There you go. And then the next part, very important, is the chain oil, bar chain oil. So that again you can pick up at any hardware store. This is the kind I have, tall timber. That stuff is gonna go right in here. It says it's got a little drop picture of a droplet next to a chain, picture of chain. So we're gonna open up this. And that's already full. So, looks like I filled it up last time. Excellent. So now we're all ready to saw. Okay, so on a chainsaw, there's one switch right here, and that's how you start it. So right now, it's in the off position. Right there is on. Right there is choke. And to choke it all the way, you squeeze the trigger and push it all the way down. Now I'm going to pull the ripcord until I hear it turn over once. So to start the saw, we're going to plant it on the ground. This right here is the brake. So if you push that forward now, the blade won't spin. So I'm going to pull the ripcord. So now I heard it turn over. So I'm going to flip it up one, And now when I pull the ripcord and it starts, the blade is gonna spin, and I need to pull the trigger to stop it from spinning. Ready? Now you have your chainsaw started. Turn it off. You flip the switch up. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how I'm going to cut this tree down. So it's leaning that way, so might as well just cut it down that way. So I'm going to make an insert cut at an angle up top here, and then I'm going to go in and cut a chunk out level, so I can cut a chunk out, and then I'll come in from this side, and then that'll cause the tree to just fall right that way. So that's how I'm going to do that. You could also get somebody to come help you. Stand here like this while you cut it down, and then you can push it in the direction that you need it to go. So here we go with that. Okay, so once you start the saw once, it'll start easier next time. There you have it, folks. Tree's cut down. Alright, now we're back, and I'm going to show you what this tool can be used for. So we're going to take our chainsaw wrench, and I'm going to show you guys how to tighten a chainsaw blade. So after you've been sawing for a little while, your blade might get loose, like this. And after continued use, and it gets looser and looser, the blade might fall off, and that can be really dangerous. So you want to always, after you cut down a couple things, chop up a few branches, you want to stop and tighten up your blade. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So first, we're going to go to these two bolts, and we're going to loosen those guys up a bit. That way, we're able to find the tightening screw. Now on some saws, the tightening screw will be right here in the middle between these two, but on this saw, it's actually right here next to the blade. You guys can see that. So I use this end of my wrench on these guys right here, and now I'm going to use the flathead screwdriver on the other side right here. So I'm going to turn that screw, and that's going to tighten up the blade here. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So we're going to tighten it up until there's just a little bit of slack on your blade. That way it can run nice and smooth. So you see here, if I lift up on the bar, this thing is called the bar. If I lift up on that, there's just a little bit of slack there. If I pull up on the chain, there's about a 1/4 inch of space between the chain and the bar. You want to run it around. It runs nice and smooth. It's nice and lubed up with the chain oil. So now, once I've tightened my blade, the chain, I can come here, tighten these guys back up so that it doesn't, loosen up. There you go, folks. Congratulations, you've graduated the Lawrence Academy of Chainsaw, and one day you can hope to start building your log cabin like I am right here. So, have a nice day, stay safe, and happy chainsawing.